In every century, God raises mystics and souls of great suffering to remind the world of His presence, especially in the Eucharist. One of those souls was Katarzyna, a humble Polish woman marked with a stigmata and known for a deep love for Jesus hidden in the sacred host. Though the Church has not officially approved her visions, many believers have been moved by the message she claimed to receive, especially those concerning Holy Communion. Today, we look at one of her most striking revelations, the heavenly call to receive Jesus with profound reverence, kneeling and on the tongue. Katarzyna often spoke of hearing the voice of the Blessed Virgin Mary, gentle, sorrowful, and pleading for her children. According to her, Mary wept over the loss of reverence in the world, especially towards the Eucharist. She reportedly said, "My son is God, receive him as your king." Mary's message to her was simple. Those who are able should receive Jesus kneeling and on the tongue as a sign of humility, love, and adoration. It wasn't a message of fear. It was the cry of a mother who sees a son ignored, taken for granted, and treated without the honor he deserves. Katarzyna believed that kneeling expresses a powerful truth, that we are small before the majesty of God, and He is worthy of our total surrender. Kneeling is not about ritual or tradition or old customs. To her, kneeling was the soul falling in love again, the heart recognizing that it is touching the living God. Receiving on the tongue, she said, protects the sacredness of the Eucharist. Every tiny particle of the host, every crumb, contains the full presence of Christ. To lose even one of these particles, she said, was like losing a jewel from a crown. Witnesses recount moments during her ecstasies when the Eucharist appeared on the tongue without being offered by human hands, whether miraculous or symbolic. These events deeply shaped her understanding of how communion should be received. For her, communion was never casual. It was the meeting of heaven and earth, the God who created the stars, entering the heart of a human soul. Katarzyna's message was not one of condemnation, but of love. She wanted the world to remember that Jesus in the Eucharist is the same Jesus who walked the streets of Nazareth, healed the sick, and died on the cross. Her appeal was simply this: do not receive Him as bread, receive Him as God. She urged priests to teach reverence. She encouraged the faithful to approach with humility, and she reminded all souls that the Eucharist is the greatest treasure the Church possesses. The Eucharist deserves our deepest reverence, and that our posture should reflect our love. Katarzyna simply repeated that call for our own time. Now, it is important to remember, Katarzyna's messages are private revelation, and the Catholic Church, our mother, permits receiving Holy Communion either on the tongue or on the hand. The Church does not teach that receiving on the hand is sinful. What matters most is the state of our soul, the purity of our heart, and the reverence with which we approach the Eucharistic Jesus. So whether you receive on the tongue or on the hand, do so with love, humility, and adoration, because in that small white host, your God is truly present.